All right, I'm in the car today with Uncle D. What's the plan?
Well, we had to move our trap because the fish weren't there. Turns out the water went way too low. So we're looking at some other old spots that I have from years ago. And we're driving down south of Pickford, Michigan. First stop, Taylor Creek.
See you there.
All right, we're at the Taylor Creek right now. It's our first spot, and it runs into right south or east of here a long ways. But usually there's fish in it, cornfish and mullets right now, but we're going to find out.
All right, we're peering over the side of the bridge, and usually you see them if they're in here. Okay, we're under the bridge now. Uncle D's gonna check. No fishing. So we've struck out here.
We could catch brook trout.
Yeah, this would be a nice brookie stream. How much more relaxing can it be than coming out here and hanging out for a little while? And there's the bridge that we were under. That was a tight squeeze, but it's worth it.
Well, this has been a perennial good spot, but they're not here right now. So we either missed them or it's been a peculiar year, one of the two. That's about it. You know.
So they are in. We see active spawning activity. Yep. In this is the
Minoscong, yes.
This is the Minoscong River.
It's very low.
It's very low.
Hopefully, where this comes out and where we're going next, there'll be a little more water. And again, this is clear water. It's just all clay soil. Makes it look funny.
It's nice and clean. Some of the best catfish I ever ate come out of or have ever eaten have come out of the Minoscong. Smile, fish. You're on Connie's camera. We're making our approach.
There they are. Kind of want to sneak up on them.
All right.
Watch your step, though. Where did they go? They're really a wary fish, too. Where did they go? Oh. No little mullets, though. standing right here. Watch that scour there, that's a good squid.
You can see them waving at us with their fins. It sure is a little area they've got to swim up downstream here, isn't it? Yeah, they're in here. And can you just net those?
Yeah, you could. Getting that close to them is kind of tough. They're pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in here. How many would you guesstimate in there?
A dozen.
On both sides of us, we're surrounded by fish. That's not such a bad thing. Unless they can eat you.
Well, you don't want to fall in there.
Would they do a number on you?
Well, you know, they're hungry this time. Well, they're spawning this time of year, so.
So they're aggressive?
No, they're not hungry.
So I'd be safe if I fell in.
Yeah, I think so.
And look at that, how beautiful that is. Okay, you want to go visit the next spot?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah, some of the places that we're heading out to are pretty remote, as you can see. I'd like to introduce you to my therapist. This is how I get my therapy. Now, what is this creek?
Taylor.
This is Taylor Creek.
It's the same as where we were the first stop.
Just a different area.
Yes.
How far approximately is this from the different surrounding towns?
From Pickford?
Yeah.
Crow flies, I don't know, 10 miles.
Okay. We're about 10 miles from Pickford in Taylor's Creek. So far, we don't see any fish. Now here's a nice little spot to catch some brookies. Brook trout, that is. This is another section of Taylor's Creek. It's so beautiful. Hear the birds, and you look at the trees. So you can come up here and you can just stand up there or walk back there or put some waders on and get in the water and catch some trout. What else is in here, Uncle D?
That's about it.
Trout. Trout, trout, and more trout. That's all.
They're called, little tiny minnows.
Chubs. I like those chubs smoked. Smoked chubs. We used to get those back in the day.
Right up there, there's some little fish jumping.
Is there?
There's a stop there.
Yeah, they're gonna stop because I'm filming them. They're camera shy. no matter. This is gorgeous. We got to come and fish this spot.
Well, here we are at Edgerl Spring, and it's a massive spring, and we're actually below the water level, as you can see. And it's named for the people that lived here in the 30s, 40s, right up till, oh, I don't know, 30 years ago.
So the water's up higher. You can see that the little stream that comes down from it is down lower. Look at that. That is just
Yeah, it's all
incredible.
It's pure spring water. It's pure spring water. Comes up from underground. This is one good-sized spring. Oh, comes forward.
Now, if you look right over here, if you see where that water's backed up behind, that's a beaver house. That's where the wild beavers roam, right there.
You get a better view here.
Here's another view. I love the guy that lives in that house over there. Who is it, Uncle D?
Dr. Groover.
Doctor.
Our great veterinarian.
Yep, he saved my dogs.
And he has vegetables for sale every fall. We usually get the kids their pumpkins here, grandkids.
Well, I'd say this is a nice place for Dr. Groover to live.
Sure is.
There's that beaver house. What is the name of this place again?
Edgerl Spring.
Edgerl Spring.
Named for the Edgerl family. There was Don and Ron were twins, and Don fell in one time and Ron saved his life. Is the story I got.
How beautiful is this? I'm glad you could come along with us and see these sights. All right.
See where the rocks jet out right there?
Yeah?
Right there is spawning right there.
Oh, there's some more corn.
One back there. There's a bluebird. No, what the heck is that?
Now, where is this located, Uncle B?
We're up from the new bridge where we were.
On the Minoscong?
On Minoscong.
Yeah. Look at
All the way
this.
to the St. Mary's River. Minoscong Bridge.
There's a whole lot of fishing between here and there on the Minoscong. Yeah, there's just... I love fishing the Minoscong because you never know what you're going to pull out.
People depended on these fish, during the Great Depression. And after the years.
And if I'm going fishing, I'm with one of the best, that's for sure right now. He knows where they're at. I love sharing this with you. Thank you for joining me. Target indicated. So we found our spot. We're gonna set a fish trap right here. Right out here. Okay, we're getting the fish trap ready. Our Uncle D is, and I'm ready to take the footage. One thing you want to make sure is that the funnel, you want that facing. You want that facing. How do you put it, Uncle D?
Downstream, because the fish swim upstream.
Okay.
And they swim in the funnel.
Okay.
They just see a little opening, I'm guessing, and they think it's clear to go through. They consider it debris, is what I would imagine.
Yeah, and they swim right in.
Right in it, and then they don't swim out.
Yeah.
Roaches check in, but they don't check out.
Well, I'm ready for a fish dinner, so I hope plenty of them swim in here this time.
Are we ready?
We're ready. I think that net's ready too. It tried to get away. You have to be kind of inconspicuous.
Ooh. It's rolling out a little. There, it hit the deepest spot. A couple of ganders out there.
Hey, those aren't popcorn geese.
Those are not popcorn geese, those are wild ganders.
Now, if you're cruising up this road right here, this is the snowmobile.
This is the winter snowmobile trail.
This is the snowmobile trail right here. You'll be cruising up this in the winter time. We're out fishing. We're here to check the fish trap the next day. It's just starting to rain and we're trying to beat the weather. It's supposed to thunderstorm today, so it's best to get in there and see what we got. Are you ready for this?
Away we go.
All right.
Well, here we are. We're ready to give it a try. It's been overnight. It's starting to rain, but the fish don't mind the wet. We'll give it a try.
Okay. I won't lie, I'm pretty excited about this. Got a good feeling. It really has come up a lot, the water has.
Yeah, it came up a lot. It's raining pretty good. Yep, we done got them here before. Okay. Oh, he's fishing.
Oh my goodness.
Over the corner.
Oh, I'm cracking up. Wow. Oh, you need some help? Okay, what's in there?
Well, that's a those are
Look at the size of that. That rock bass.
yeah, that's a big one.
That's a monster.
Those are cornfish, and they're not carp, and they're not suckers, but they're made a lot of breath just from pulling that up. But that's hard to believe, eh? They swam in there.
Wow! That's today's catch. 2 rock bass, 1 monster rock bass, and 2 cornfish. Now, those are beautiful.
They look like carp, but they're not. They're okay.
Now, have you eaten a lot of those?
Yes, a lot. Yeah, that's a corn. You see them great big scales on them?
Yeah.
They look like carp, but their mouth is different. It doesn't have that big suckery carp mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I took the wrong part off.
I'm so excited.
What do you think? Sometimes there's a lot more in here.
Yeah. Now, how do you usually cook those?
Score them and deep fry.
Yum.
Scoreboard, deep fried. They're incredibly good smoked.
You brine them and then you smoke them?
Yeah, like you would
Yeah.
any other fish.
Wow.
Yep, look at them. Well, those are all dinner. These are the cornfish we're talking about, and they're indigenous to this region here. But they look like a carp, but they're not carp, true carp. And they're not suckers, and some people say they're a cross between a sucker and a carp. But they're really delicious, delicious fish, and underutilized also. But they got their name at the turn of the last century. There was so many of them that in the springtime they'd go up the drainage ditches. Well, the water would recede, and here'd be all these fish in the cornfields. And that's where they got their name, is cornfish. But they're just a delicious fish, but they don't have that big carp mouth. So we'll put them in the bag and we'll take them home.
Okay.
And this is a average size one. They get real big. That's a big male, as you can tell.
Oh, wow.
And the males are up first, but the males are the best. Small males are the best for eating. They're just delicious. But we smoke them. We smoke them and can them, but we put them on a scoreboard, cut them and deep fry them, and the bones are gone. And you can just eat them like any other fish.
They're my
just
favorite.
Delicious.
The suckers, and I love those.
Mullet.
We
Yeah,
had
they're
cornfish
called
last year.
mullets.
We had
What?
cornfish last year with the yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
All right.
And they're also known as mullets, is what they call them around here too. And that's right in the trap. They swam right in.
You can get in, but you can't get out. This is the fish motel. 2 nice cornfish.
And where do they go? They go in a corn bag.
That's right. Whole cornfish. So I'd say this was a success.
Yeah, and it's just the beginning because they're just starting to run.
Yeah.
They'll spawn right now through almost mid-June, and then they're all back down. So as the water recedes, you'll see them. Their backs will be out of the water, and then they'll vamoose.
Yeah, I got some of that yesterday, showing them the backs out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put a little arrow and make sure that you could see those. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. So, today was a success.
Yeah.
All right, let's come back in a couple days, shall we?
Okay.
All right, let's go clean some fish.
Really?